Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I've been hearing some disturbing things about the new Lilo and Stitch film. Now, I didn't appreciate or didn't really understand a lot of the issues between the Hawaiian people and the colonizers and so forth. I guess I was under the impression they didn't have the same sort of issues that maybe some other places did. But the sort of all of the children who were put into adoption due to sort of racial bias and so forth, they're given over to the state and taken away from their families. It seems or sounds kind of similar to the stolen generations in Australia of the Aboriginal people that were taken away. And the idea that the original film was sort of about resisting those those sort of colonialist ideals or whatever on some level, they seem in this film to have undermined and reversed all of those, and now apparently they've had oh god, the name of the character, I have not seen the original or the new film, and I've suddenly forgotten the name of the character, but there's a character who there's two sisters. Their parents die, and the older girl's taking care of the younger girls, Lilo. And in the original film, she manages this. In this film, she gives her up to the state and then leaves her homeland to go study marine biology in America or something. And I'm like, what? People have pointed out that it really betrays the original film, and there's no reason why she couldn't have studied marine biology in Hawaii, which has some of the best courses or whatever in it. So it does seem to be a deliberate attempt by Disney to push certain narratives about white supremacy and white colonialism and colonialism in general, and perpetuating some, I think, negative stereotypes about these people. And it's even too complicated really to get into. The racist idea that these Indigenous people couldn't take care of their own children and own families and had to have, the white man step in, and, it's the same thing that happened here, apparently. So it's kind of disturbing. And I don't know a lot about... I know a bit about what happened with the Aboriginal people because I studied a little bit. I was researching a documentary once about the Aboriginal people and the Aboriginal Advancement League and some of the people involved in that. So I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot about what happened in Hawaii. I'm just hearing about some of that now. Just like the New Zealanders, I didn't realise there were issues there. I thought it was only America and Australia that had problems with their Indigenous people, that the Americans basically genocided the Indian, the Native Americans, and enslaved the black people, and then cast them out into a Jim Crow world where they didn't really have a chance. And the Aboriginal people basically had their land stolen and their children stolen, and yeah, I sort of was aware of those, but I didn't realise that basically every country has this sort of story. And this is Lilo and Stitch was one of Hawaii's stories, and now it seems to have been rewritten to undermine the people in the original stories. So I find that really disturbing and really kind of gross. And I'm seeing a lot of people, especially on TikTok, mentioning this and say they're really outraged with how the film ended and how they changed it. And part of me wants to think that now the system works, and if there was a girl who was left with a kid who, couldn't take care of her, that the state would actually help and it would be beneficial. But history has told us that that's not how it works. And some people are going on about that. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to believe that, but I'm assuming that's just the case. So it's just kind of really, I'm like, this is supposed to be a kid's film, and yeah, there was already messages in it and everything, but to undermine them, it just smacks of just yeah, I had to comment on that because I was like, wow, okay. I'm gonna watch the films at some point. I haven't watched them, but yeah, I feel bad for the people who are disappointed with what they've done. People who love the original, who sort of feel like they've been betrayed and slapped in the face by it. But yep.